Hello, my dear Capricorn. Welcome to Mind, Body, and Heart Tarot Therapy. I'm here to do the reading for the month of May 2019 for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. I hope you're well, Capricorn. Do check out also what's the video for the other signs to get a round picture of what is happening for you. I pre-shuffled your cards already, but now let's see what pops out for my dear Capricorn. Beautiful, we have the Sun card. That's a good start, Cappies. Alright, what else? The Queen of Swords. She does need some sun in her life. Alright, what else? We have the Seven of Cups. You're moving fast, Capricorn. And we have the Six of Wands. Bottom of the deck. Oh my god, beautiful. The Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. Beautiful cards here, Capricorn. Right, let's clarify these cards. The Ace of Cups is your theme for this reading for the month of May, Capricorn. So that is, yeah, you're in love. You're in love with life, you're in love with the world, you're in love with yourself, you're in love. You're waking up to love, there's spring in your heart. Beautiful. So you have the Seven of Pentacles with the Sun and the Wheel of Fortune with the Queen of Swords. I think I had this combination earlier for Aquarius. Interesting. What else do we have here for my dear Capricorn for the month of May 2019? Let's get a clear reading for Capricorn. The Hermit. I love the Hermit energy. And eager to talk. The cards for you today. Okay, let's put this here. So for your Six of Wands, you have the Temperance, you have the Queen of Wands, and you have the Tower. Just put them here. Okay, fantastic. And bottom of the deck we have the Ten of Swords. Great. So now let's talk about this. So Capricorn, looks like you've been going through a pretty rough period here. This Ten of Swords is it's a mental process, but it's the process. It's when the mind finally surrenders to its futility, to the futility of trying to understand everything, of trying to rationalize everything, to the futility of certain thought patterns that have been running on and on and on and on for so long. And yeah, this can feel really, really uncomfortable. It can feel like a part of you is dying, and it is hard to allow parts of ourselves to die, even though it's very much recommended sometimes, because that's how we kind of leave behind aspects of ourselves that we've outgrown, you know. And thought patterns that really are not empowering us, but rather holding us back. And yes, we'll get to learn this by trial and error, by our mind failing over and over again to make its way across, and that stuff. But it's a happy moment. I know it didn't feel like that, but it's great because it's ending. It's a 10. It's an end of a cycle. So finally you're letting go. You're shedding off a skin here. You're shedding off a skin, and look how amazing that is, because it brings this awakening at your emotional level. Your heart opens up, because when the mind finally capitulates, finally surrenders a thought pattern and says, okay, it's done with it, then there's one more opening at the heart level. It's that inner wisdom that shows through, pours out of you with love for even for this aspect of yourself that worked so hard to protect you at some point in time, but it found its end because it's not needed anymore. And you have compassion for the part of yourself that did that for so long, that took so much space and energy for this, and you have compassion for the part of you that needed this protection, and you are able to love yourself deeper. And when we are able to love ourselves deeper, we are also able to love the world deeper, and others, and feel and accept love of others, because we just get one step closer to unconditional love, the love that's out there, the love that's in there, the love that's there always, but we're just most of the time unaware of it because we're not conditioned to. The mind doesn't allow us to see it. But now you see it, because the mind had finally let go of this aspect that was blinding you to the love. And look the joy that comes with it. Look at this kid. It brings up a new you. It allows that inner child that had been maybe overly protected by this thought pattern to finally come out and experience world. So for a period, like after this awakening, in May probably, you're going to experience the world from the eyes of the inner child that's finally free of a blind spot, of a shield. You're bringing something that had been laying in the shadow and had been hidden in the underground of your mind, in the basement of your mind, out into the world, pure as this child is, and is naked. That means like purity. That means that has nothing to hide, and he's riding this white horse, which again, white symbolizes purity. And with this sun coming here, like protecting this child, the sun is like your awareness in this case. You allow your inner child to come out and experience the world with joy, and that part of you is not scared anymore. That part of you is finally free of this limiting belief system that's been holding it prisoner. And this allows you to plant new crops into the world, into the physical world, to start new projects, to enjoy the fruits of labor of what is it that you can take from this cycle and start this new higher cycle from the 7 to 10, at your physical level. And start new projects and build up, but not from the zero. You build up based on work that you've previously done before. And this takes you to this place of awareness of the workings of the universe. Awareness of the inner workings of your own universe. Queens are all like ruled by the drive of the heart. And you've been opening your heart, you're having this rebirth, and you're allowing yourself to, allowing your inner child out, and your Queen of Swords is able to mother your inner child. See, this is the light of your own awareness. You are able to care for this inner child, this aspect of yourself that had been neglected for so long. You're being able to hold it and hold space for it to experience the life with joy, and this is a blissful moment, really. When I'm saying that the Queen of Swords is able now to understand and have insight about the inner the workings of the universe and how it works, is because you understand the nature of everything that is through this Wheel of Fortune here. You understand that everything is movement. You understand that everything is impermanent and things will always change. And the mind struggles with that concept. The mind tends to hold on to concepts and hold on to ideas and hold on to beliefs, whether they're empowering us or disempowering us, because they're familiar, because that's what the mind does. But you have now the awareness of change, and you're going along with change. And you understand the impermanence of things and the futility of trying even to attach yourself too much of being one aspect of being more than the other. And look at this beautiful place of like inner investigation. The Hermit is an investigator. He brings the lights of awareness into the darkest corners of the world and his inner world. This is the star, which is all about hope and healing, right? So he's holding this star into this lamp, and he goes out there and he investigates, and he looks within, and he's curious, and he learns, and he's growing so much wisdom from this pilgrimage into his own psyche, and in this case into his own emotions. The Seven of Cups is like when we start assessing a little bit what is it that we've been carrying with us in our emotional baggage. And this understanding of the world and the nature of the world, it's also an understanding of the nature of emotions. Just like everything else on this universe, emotions are coming or going. We are sometimes getting too attached to certain emotions rather than other, but they're all coming and going, and they're all equally valuable information. And the Hermit gets that. The Hermit goes into this pilgrimage, which most of the time it's somewhere inside his inner landscape, to learn this information and to grow from this, grow that inner wisdom. And look at this beauty. You are deeply, you're moving into your own power here. You claim victory here over your shadow and pattern. This had been a tough struggle. This hasn't been easy at all. And it's not supposed to be a struggle, but this is how it always kind of ends up being, because mind puts up resistance. But you've done the work, and you've been in these places, and you've experienced so much, and the world starts seeing it is. See, there is so much support here. And there are people celebrating the return of this warrior home with laurels and with so he gets recognition for his work. And he's sharing that with the world. And he is always aware of who helped him on the way. He didn't win this by himself. He didn't win this victory. He had support. He had people believed in him. And he's aware of this, and he's grateful for that. He shows gratefulness, and he's sharing his victory with the world. And this tower here comes with, it's like, I think it just, this whole thing rocks your world here. It brings a spiritual awareness that you haven't had before. This whole process, the depth of this particular pattern that you've been carrying for so long. Of course the world will feel different. And many of the, like, you know, when we shed off a skin like this, we can feel a little bit unstable sometimes because we can feel unprotected. But this is not the case here, though. You are learning so much from this, and you are like kind of breaking the old establishments within yourself to make room for a completely new worldview, to allow yourself to experience the world from this child's perspective, but with guidance and awareness. You're learning how to guide yourself. You're learning how to listen to your inner voice and the universal wisdom from the universal consciousness. You learn how to listen to your heart. You learn how to take in everything with friendliness and curiosity rather than this resistance and drama. And that's a completely new worldview. And of course it's going to rock a little bit whatever world you are coming from before. I somehow have the feeling that that's not how you were taking your experiences before. That this investigation that you're doing and this awareness of like the nature of the world brings you so much growth, brings you this confidence and acceptance of who you are and what you are, an acceptance that we don't know what we don't know, and we're growing out of this because we are allowing ourselves to grow. We are making space for new experiences, a new way of intaking the experiences, and joy and curiosity. As I said, friendliness and curiosity to the experiences that come your way, no matter how rocky they can be. Because you know now that you have the strength within you to cope with it. You have the strength, you have the understanding, you have the guidance, you have the information. You have the coping skills. You have it. And people see it. Alright, this was pretty straightforward. It's a beautiful process, Capricorn. I hope you can see it. I hope you don't get like stuck in this, but I don't think you will, because this is like just so positive. It's impossible not to see this or not to feel what's happening. No matter how stubborn you are, and you are a stubborn one, you will feel it. And that's why it probably is going to have this a little bit of a quality of a rocking your world in a way. But I think it's going to be in the most positive way possible. So yeah, definitely go with it. And definitely look into this ways to hold space for your inner child to just experience the world with a different narrative, a new narrative, because you just have it is this quality of rebirth in your experience right now. Absolutely beautiful. All right, Capricorn, well, have an amazing May. Thank you for joining me here. It was a pleasure to do this reading for you. If you resonate with it, please like, share, and subscribe, so we can spread love and spread the word. And yes, I'll see you here next time.